low life. There he is. Speaking of low lives.
Son of low life. Cross the junkie monkeys. Cross the junkie monkeys.
Oh yeah, the junkie monkeys out there. The 3 junkie monkeys are out there. Oh yes. Good morning there, Mr. Birdman. Good morning there, brother.
Top of the morning, 250. Top of the morning, 250. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, bang. I got down.
I got it all. I got it all because you said it all, Birdman. You know who it is. My General Stonewall Jackson. I just proved on yesterday's video how these junkie monkeys, one junkie, Pedro Morera, is claiming that I burnt out the 2-pill, or the other junkie, 127's claiming that I sold it for crack. You know, that shit he does. But I displayed in my video that I'm running a barefoot radio and I crushed those 2 junkie monkeys. So it's all good. It's all in the video, and it makes them look more stupid every time I put them on blast. But it's good morning there. Good morning there, Mr. Birdman. I'm about to have my cup of Java here. They call me enforcer with my stock. I emphasize the word barefoot. General Stonewall Jackson, and I just got down.
Oh yeah, big top on there, 250. I saw the video. I saw the video. I saw that it's not in line because you showed it not in line. You know, 250, if I was in your shoes, that's just me though. But if I was in your position, I'd put it in back in line just to make him suffer even more. Just to make him suffer even more. That's what I would do. You know, but that's just me. Little 250, bomb bomb.
Yeah, roger that. Roger that. Well, you know, I did it just to prove a point. Hey, Birdman, I did it to prove a point, because whenever I go on those 2 Marys videos, you know, it's quite evident that I crush Richie to 206. Richie's not heard in Jersey when I slap the mic down. When I spike the mic, Richard is not heard in the Garden State, nor is he heard in the Bronx, nor is he heard in Manhattan, most of Brooklyn. I really don't care about Staten Island, and most of Queens. That crackhead is not heard. So, you know, if I could do that kind of damage over the crackhead, my 5 watts against his kilowatt, against his 1,000 watts, I think I did pretty good. And I also take the other junkie monkey, 206, out to Richard. So, you know, I prove a point. It's not how much wattage, it's not how much firepower, it's how you use it. Birdman, you know who it is, your big brother around the lower deck, 250, the enforcer with my Stonewall, my General Stonewall, my General Stonewall Jackson, 5 watt, 5 pound steel hammer, and I just got down.
Boom, 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 I got it all. New York City heard it all. I got it all. New York City heard it all. Mr. 250. Bomb, bomb. You're back quiet. You're back quiet, Cokie Bird. Hey, Richard. The video gets worldwide. Radio cut off. Radio cut off from the Bronx. You do, you get crushed.
All I want to know, who's gonna take the junkie monkey? Who's gonna take the junkie monkey? That monkey man 127 Richard. Who's gonna take him?
Call from Digit Cell. Call from.
You got a one-way trip going with the Green Reaper real soon. Hey, Richard, the eulogy's already been given. The hole has already been filled. It's just your soul lingering the earth, not knowing which way to go. Wow. Wow. A lot of bullshit out there. Wow. That might be number 4. Hey, number 4. It only a matter of time when I turn you into a number 2 on the air.
Oh yeah, number 4 is definitely. I think number 4 wants to be a star out here. I think so.
Yep. Number 4 is gonna be a star next. You know, my specialty takes a little bit of time, but it's only a matter of time that number 4 gets turned into a number 2. I don't think number 4 understands the exposure. I don't think enforcer. I don't think number 4 understands that I got the pull. Just show up on the 4th and we're right there.
I want to know who's gonna transport that junkie monkey 127. Who's gonna transport Richard? Well, being that number 4, Mikey, was his driver, and I'm sure they both shared drugs back then, because he sounds like a loser. I'm sure he was a fellow crackhead of Richard's. So I'm only assuming that number 4, Mikey, pickup truck, is gonna transport or chauffeur crackhead to the key down. That's it's only an assumption, but it sounds pretty accurate to me.
Yeah, Mr. Bush, I don't know, man. I don't know if the number 4 is going to show up to a crack den 127's halfway house to pick him up, to bring him out into a Hempstead Lake. I really don't believe it. You know, like I said on the air, if I'm not working that day, because, I got to pay the bills to make sure that junkie has a Section 8 halfway house and he gets his 250-minute Obama phone. But if I don't got to pay the bills that day, I'm more than likely going to be there. So anybody who wants to see me, let me say this again. Anybody who wants to see me, I'll be right there. And I just got down.
Well, I tell you, hey Birdman, I would love to attend that event, but unfortunately, being a civil servant, and I got to make sure our citizens are well protected, and I have to make sure that the tourists go about their ways and feeling safe. I have to probably work. I'm going to probably work for the most part the entire weekend. I will be well compensated for. That's why I'm able to accumulate that nice paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that everyone is going to enjoy this holiday weekend. But unfortunately, when you're a civil servant, there, Mr. Birdman, the people come first, and the city of New York need to be protected. So I just wanted to throw that in there. I hope everyone has a good holiday weekend. It's going to be beautiful. We don't see any rain in the forecast. But as a civil servant, Mr. Birdman, I got to do what I got to do, man. The people come first. The people come first, I come second. I'm very unselfish there, Mr. Birdman. But this is what a civil servant, a man that served this country, and a man that's honorable. Mr. Birdman, you know how it is, Enforcer 250. I do have junkie monkeys in my crosshair. Sniper mode. And I just got down.
Perform in civil service mode, Mr. 250. I understand you gotta do what you gotta do because you gotta do it. Believe me, I know what it is. As far as all that honor and serving, yeah, I still serve to this day. Right now I'm serving. But Mr. 250, we don't talk about that other stuff, Mr. 250. We leave that alone. But Richard, I'll tell you, Richard, the only thing you ever served was your ass to big black men. Poor little Richie. Hey, Richard, if I ain't out here paying the bills, I'm going to be right there. So when you want to see me to remind you, hey, Richard, when you want a refresher on what I look like, because I know you don't remember, Cracky, I'll be right there. I'll be the only cracker amongst all the Negroes. Hey, Cracky, walk on. Bring it back out. We got no time for the birdland. We got no time for the birdland. We got no time for 20. Yeah, triple nine. The man throwing the key down in Long Island. The man throwing the key down in Long Island is a personal friend of mine. Hey, triple nine. I'm gonna say It's like you're even putting mud on the leash. Wants to run away and just can't do it.
Hey, 250. Hey, 250, who's trying to scratch in the background, man? Is that Twinkie 206 250?
Well, I don't hear 206. Hey, Birdman, I don't hear 206. I hear nothing but you in my radio. And when you unkey, I hear the Junkie Monkey. I hear Monkey Man 127. I don't hear 206, Pedro Morera, a.k.a. Small Fry, Junkie Fry over there. I don't hear that bitch. I don't know, maybe she's tucking in her panties or pulling them out of her ass crack, but I do not hear Pedro Morera. And that bitch keeps it up. I'm going to go to immigration. I'm going to send that bitch back to Mexico. So, Pedro Morera, where's my pizza, man? ¿Qué pasó, man? Where's my pizza? Pedro, give me my pizza.
Me for 3-4 weeks now. You let him know that I like the Altoids project his oldest son tried to put together like Ahmed the Clock Boy. You let him know that I like the Altoids project, Tempo. I appreciate that, Mr. Enforcer. Other than that, it's about that time for me to go pay the bills with the Enforcer. So, Captain 127 can sit home and enjoy the Rico promotion.
Got it all, Bird. I got it all, Bird. I got it all, Birdman, because you said it all, big brother. Birdman, you know who it is. They call me the man with the master plan. The Enforcer 250. Enforcer 250 with my stock, General Stonewall Jackson. My stock. You see, I proved those monkey men wrong. Those two monkey junkies, 206 and 127, I proved them in my last video how stupid they are. They're claiming I got a 2-pill in line, I got this in line, when it clearly shows this radio cannot put out more than 25 watts. From 5 to 25 maximum. I made those two junkies look so stupid. I showed them, I clearly demonstrated the amplifier that I do not have in line. Yes, I did say idle. Alright, what I meant by that, idle, it's not in line. That's what I meant, just in case the junkie over there in Jersey trying to claim that I have something in line but not being used. No amplifiers in line. The coax goes right to the meter, to the antenna. As you can clearly see it on my last video, yesterday's video. So that just proves with just a stock radio, I crushed those two junkies. One with 1,000 watts, that's Junkie Richie, and the other junkie, Pedro Morera, 206, with his 5-pill, that he has to go to the shore. He has to go to the waterfront or on a high bridge, because we all see once I unkey, once I go 10-7, all right, the time I got to depart, his carrier drops tremendously because he drives away. He drives away from the waterfront or from a high bridge. Then he heads to his truck yard. So we see, we prove these junkies wrong, time after time. Birdman, you have a good one, brother. Enjoy the day. They call me Enforcer 250 with my General Stonewall Jackson, barefoot, 5 pound, 5 watt steel hammer, and I just got down.
Hey, George. Hey, is that your name, Birdman? Oh, Birdie don't want to talk anymore.
Hey, baby! Wheels on that little blue piece of shit he drives.
What are you talking about, that little dark girly girl Chevy?
Hey, 999. Hey, 999.
Hey, Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that girly girl car with a little back mount on top.
He's got no idea his kids are in danger.
Poor Jordan. Now we got a dead deal. Yeah, I'll be back now.
Hey, junkyard dog. Yeah, how about that junkyard dog? Hey, junkyard dog. Hey, Mutt. Hey, man, hey, bro.
Where you got on?
Hey, 999.
Nice. So it's World Radio 327. I heard 327.
I'll tell him later. That George Birdman said that Phillipsburg is not that far away.
Who you threatening, Bird? I'll go meet up with you, man. You want to keep on threatening people? I'll go over there and meet up with you.
Wow, Phillipsburg. Wow. Oh shit.
Come on, dude. Don't put him.
Phillipsburg, not that far. Wow.
M&M's dead on the floor, dude.
It's been about 3 years that I blood on somebody. About 3 years. I swear, man.
Sounds like you touched the nerve, Phillipsburg. Sounds like you touched the nerve there, Birdman. He got very irate and defensive. Phillipsburg, wow. Hey, Birdman, he got very irate. He got very defensive when you said that. Wow, who you want to threaten me? Wow, you see the bitch that 206 is? He puts out people's names, and he jumps up and down. And then when you mentioned Phillipsburg, wow, she got very upset. I think you hit a nerve there, Birdman.
I'll be right back, man.
I got the Midas touch. The Sound Queen of NYC.
Eddie, what's the matter? Eddie. Audio. Hey, yo, Eddie. Audio. Hey, yo, Eddie. Hey, yo, Eddie. Hey, yo, Eddie. Oh, danger, ranger, danger, ranger. Audio. I said, danger on the Buffalo range. I got Hey, I can't believe it, Richie. I get over here, Birdman goes quiet. What's up, man? Goalkeeper, enforcer, and 2 chicken shits. CB terrorist.
The only chickens are Richard and 206, the only cowards out here. Richie 127 and Pedro Morera, the only 2 cowards. Buck, 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 chicken boys.
Behaving. Still be love.
The only 2 chicken boys, 127 crackhead Richie and Pedro Morera, aka Small Fry Junkie Fry, the only 2 chicken birds out here. The only 2 chickens out here, Small Fry Junkie Fry 206 and Pedro Morera and crackhead 127. Wow, man. Sounds like Birdman hit a nerve today. I gotta look that part of Jersey up, man. See how far it is, air miles. Gotta look that up.
What a junkie, you don't even know it's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, Jersey, wherever it is. I'm not familiar with. That's why I said junkie. I gotta look it up. If I knew it was Pennsylvania, I wouldn't be saying I gotta look it up. You see, that's what happens when someone smokes crack. He doesn't know one day from the next. But Richard, I do know one thing. When you went 194 Utica, I was burning you. I was ripping you up, toasting and roasting you. And you claim I wasn't out here. See, that's what happens. That's what drugs do to your brain, man. You forget things very easily.
He's right out. Hey, junkyard dog. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, dog. Got the Midas touch. The king of the goal comes back on.
Yeah, take the drug kid to the key down, join the fourth, and have them boys piss in the cup, man. Have them boys piss in the cup. I'm not, hey, if they flunk the fucking test, tell them boys to get off the air there.
The only ones that are going to flunk the drug test is Pedro Morera and Crackhead Richie. Those are the only two junkie monkeys out here. I know I don't take drugs. Birdman don't take drugs. Nor does anyone that I speak to on the Lower East Side. So it's definitely those two junkie monkeys, Pedro Morera, a.k.a. 206, Small Fry Junkie Fry, and Crackhead 127, Richard. All the only two junkies out here. So I think you guys need to piss in the cup. And we definitely know both of you are going to come up dirty. They call me Enforcer 250 with my stock, barefoot, General Stonewall Jackson, and I just got down.
I have no idea who he goes talking to this morning. Most likely.
Good morning there, Crazy Yeti.
Morning. I got a name for that dog, man. His name is Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog, JD. Junkyard Dog, hey man, hey bro.
Hey Eddie, I want to know. Who's gonna transport Richard. And you notice I used the word transport, not chauffeur, because with Richard, with 127, you got to transport him like a deadly virus. You got to contain him. You got to contain him in one of those hazmat trucks, because he's definitely contaminated. I want to know who's gonna transport Crackhead 127 to the key down. I want to know. Someone tell me.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, someone breathing up to put him in his mobile. Oh, damn it, girl, she looks good. Shit, look at that ass. Oh, my goodness, girl. Yo, if it up to me, I'd do like a paddy wagon style, throw him in the back of the fucking truck or something. Put him in a kennel. A travel kennel. For me, man.
How about a dog kennel, you know? I think you could put Cracky in one of those big dog kennels. You know, like they have the large dogs, like Great Danes, St. Bernards, big dogs like that. I think you could fit Crackhead 127, Richard, in the dog kennel.
The king of New York, the most all around, most weird man.
I wonder what happened to Richard's signal, man. What happened to Richard's signal? It's not what it used to be, man. Did he blow his tube, or did he weaken it? Because you could see in my video, Richard's carry is not what it used to be. Richard, what'd you do, man? You blow out your drive or what, Richard? You used to hit me a lot better.
Yeah, man. Tell Birdman he doesn't.
He might have unplugged it. He might have had to make some toast and coffee. So he had to plug something in, unplug something.
Yeah, that's true. That might be that. Yeah, because I know he's limited in how much electric he can consume. I think his landlady, she's like, Richie, turn off all that stuff, Richie. He's going, okay, dog. I'll turn it off. But Richie, that's why you don't even have a lease there, Richard. You got to have a lease, and you got to have a place where you can call your own, Richard. And after this year's over, no more entitlements, Cracky. Hey, Richard, no more Obama phone, 250 minutes. No more entitlements. And especially Section 8 apartment, Richard. What are you going to do, Richard, when Donald comes for you? Yeah.
You know why he runs away, right? Because he can't hear Enforcer. He gets an earful of me. Hey, Richie, look out your window. He's sitting right next to you.
What are you gonna do when he comes for you? Bad dog. What you gonna do?
It's an earful of 206 worldwide radio. That's why you can't.
Yo, you know one of Richard's favorite song video, Who Let the Dogs Out? But in Richard's case, it's Who Let the Mud Out.
My video? Yeah, I gotta give me a soundbite of that and play that for dog. Who let the mud out? I made 10 copies, I sent it everywhere, I sent out all the copies, blah, blah, blah.
man.
Oh, looked like Richard's carrier went up ahead. He must have had to tune it. He probably had to tune it there. Hey, Crazy Eddie. His carrier went up slightly. I think Cracky must have turned the driver all the way up. See, at least I'm honest. If I see someone's carrier audio not what it should be, I'll let you know. Unlike Cracky, when I look at my signal on his radio, it's turned down. He turns his gain down. Me, I keep everything up. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to turn my RF gain down like Cracky does. But hey, Richard, your carrier went up ahead, man. So looks like your 150 watt driver is definitely pounding at Meritron AL2. Was it the AL80B? Richard, you got to go to Goody Store, Richard, because you're not qualified to be out here. Cracky, I could barely hear you. Who let the dogs out, man? I got to get that video, man. I got to play that for Cracky. That's gonna be his music for now on. I got to put that in, attach it to one of his recent videos. Who let the dog out?
You got a good idea, man. You must have did something. Hey, Richie, you must have did something because, man, you must have did something. You must be pushing out a little bit more right there, man. You must have pumped it up.
Yeah, he pumped it up. He pumped it up all right. He took the coffee maker out, and now he's got everything at full power. You know, it's only a matter of time before Cracky blows that tube or his antenna out. One of the two.
I got this little lever. Look like my pecker, and when I pull it, the antenna go up.
Oh, a little lever. You heard it? A little. He emphasized the word little like his pecker. We all heard that. We all know he has a baby mushroom, but damn, he doesn't have to brag about it. A little lever.
Well, cut that off. The king of New York got down right there.
That's what Debbie used to say. The baby mushroom, the little mushroom.
He says he doesn't need it.
Debbie used to tell him that all the time. The little mushroom. She emphasized the word baby and little. Damn it, boy.
I know the little lowlights in the middle.
No wonder why he beat her in a coma. I mean, I don't condone what he did to that poor lady. Stomped her out with steel combat boots and hit her with a Cobra 19. But damn, Richard, you emphasizing out here a little lever. Damn it, boy. Richard, I understand. I can't say I can sympathize, but I understand your dilemma. You're a crackhead. You're a druggie. 50 years old, have nothing to stand for, nothing to stand on, and you're about to lose it all, Cracky. And at least I'm glad you came clean about your monster. You know, I'm glad that you came clean, and you know, you want people to feel bad for you because you know your days are limited on Earth. But Richard, do the right thing, dog. Do the right thing. Come clean. That's all I can say. They call me Enforcer 250. They call me Enforcer 250 with my General Stonewall Jackson. Stock, barefoot, and I just got down.
Audio. Let me drop that drive power a little bit, man. I hope whatever he's saying is real important.
The only time you hear Cracky is when I unkey. The only time anyone hears that junkie is when I unkey this mic. Let them know.
What's he saying? Because you're making it rough on him. The only time.
I like the way they say, yeah, Richie, you're making it rough on him. I can't hear him. And when I go to both their videos, I clearly take I take both of them out to one another. That's how retarded they are. I destroy both of them with a barefoot radio, and then they have the nerve on their own video saying that they can't hear me when I clearly demolished both of them on each end. Shame on a mess. They call me Enforcer 250, and if these boys get to the point where they can take me out, all I gotta do is throw that Dave May 2-pillar line. But until then, I'm just gonna run a 5-watt barefoot radio somewhere around the lower deck, and I just got down.
I got down.
Yeah, hey, Enforcer, dude, it's embarrassing, man. Get that 2-pill, man. Hey, take a break. Take a couple of minutes and put that 2-pill in line. Richie is embarrassing you, man.
I think the only one that should be embarrassed are you two clowns. Are you two clowns when I clearly destroyed both of you on each end to one another. I think you're the ones that are embarrassed. I think you should be embarrassed there. Hey, Pedro, where's my pizza, man? I'm hungry. Where's my pizza? Bring me my pizza, man. I'm going to send you back to Mexico.
That's what he wants to hear. I don't think he's, this guy is
Someone tell Pedro Marrera, a.k.a. Small Fry Junkie Fry, where's my pizza, man? Pedro, where's my pizza?
He's so used to hearing his voice through the crack sizzle, he thinks he can hear his voice through off-lock key-ups. He's so used to hearing his own voice through that crack sizzle, he figured that me and you, we...
The only one that smokes crack out here is Richard. The only one person, and I'll emphasize one, singular, is Crackhead 127. He's the only one that smokes crack. He's the only one that likes big black men. And he loves chasing homos in the village with dicks busting out their belly. It's all in his words. And I love when Pedro told Richie, smoke the crack, junkie. Hey, junkie, smoke your crack. I loved it when Pedro told Richie that. It's beautiful, man. I wish Sam was out here so he could play it again, so he can refresh 206's memory. Because I think the painkillers that 206 is taking, whether it's prescribed or not, is fucking with his memory. But it's all good because the videos don't lie. They call me Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck with my stock barefoot General Stonewall Jackson, and I just got down.
Check yourself, man. You're sick. You hear what you want to hear. You believe on what you want to believe, but you're sick.
That's why you call these two junkie monkeys delusional. You see? That's why you got to say no to crack. You got to say no to painkillers. And you definitely got to say no to the pipe. Because these guys, especially Cracky, Richie loves that pipe, man. He loves that glass dick. Richard, put down the pipe. And Pedro Herrera, actually Morera with an M. Put down those painkillers, dog. It's not good for you, man. Your family need you. Pedro, put down the painkillers.
Hey, 206, I'm this guy's neighbor, and I don't hear you around here. Join anyway. I'm Richie's neighbor. I'm just letting you know he's lying to you all the time. All right, Sean, we... Hey, top of the morning, stack it on. Stack it on.
You don't hear me? You don't hear me over 206?
Of course I do.
Okay, well, according to 206 and according to Richie, I'm not heard in both their videos. But a station out there didn't get your handle. You got Enforcer 250, man. I'm just having fun with a General Stonewall Jackson, a barefoot 5-watt radio. But just let those boys know when they on key who you hear, because they claim that I'm not being heard in anyone's video in Brooklyn, New Jersey, the Bronx. But let them know, man. I'm having fun with a 5-watt radio. I can easily put a 2-pill in line, but I don't need to do that. Hey, that station out there, I'm glad we got confirmation that my barefoot station is being heard. I mean, it's evident on both their videos, but it's good that someone's out here being truthful and honest and not taking sides. I didn't get the numbers or the name over there. You got Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck, lower Manhattan. Then I just got down.
My cup of coffee, and I'm going to listen and see who Enforcer talking to, because I think he's ghost talking right about now, Ray. 911 and what's his name, CK, I don't know him. But I know Bad Boy, I know, alright, stack it out. Catch you later, big brother. I'll be on the side, alright. Oh, shit. Forgot his name. I had met him at what's his name funeral at Cougar's father's funeral. I'm cool with all you guys, but the bottom line is CB is CB, and when Richie drop a ham over here, I don't hear you at all, because Richie's my nigga. He writes everything out. I don't hear a lot of people when he drop a hammer. But when y'all out there doing all of that, 206 is my friend too. I know him from a long time ago. I don't key on this channel too much because I don't like to get involved. Hey, Mr. Bobcat. Hey, Mr. Bobcat 358. You most definitely. I say most.
Well, as long as you hear me over 206. If Richie's your neighbor, I understand. Richie's running a kilowatt. Richie's running 1,000 watts, and he's your neighbor in Brooklyn. That's acceptable. I understand. He's going to take me out if he's your neighbor in Brooklyn. But let 206 know. There's no way that 206 is taking me out to you. So, you know, I accept that. I'm not going to take out someone's neighbor, especially when he's running a 1,000-watt amplifier. And I'm in Manhattan. I'm in a different borough. But as long as I'm taking 206 out to you, that's all that matters, man. I understand. You're not taking sides. That's good. I appreciate an honest radio check out there. But it's all good, man. They call me Enforcer 250, man. I'm just having a little fun with a 5-watt General Stonewall Jackson, and I just got down.
On top of the 10, Enforcer. Hey, 206, I heard you get off the key. 206, long time I ain't speak to you. Old 555, I wave.
Right there, right back, 555. Hey, 555, you don't have to get in the middle, man. You told him the truth, and this guy, he doesn't want to believe the truth.
Hey, 555, just let him know. I got his mic, and I just got down.
I don't want to get in the middle, because I know you guys are friends also, but I do my thing. I keep it to CB radio, and that's it. Hey, 555, nice to hear you out here, big brother. It's been a long time since we spoke, but you're sounding good on my video game. Newark, New Jersey. Roger.
Listen, I appreciate it, 206. I really appreciate it. I wish you guys would. I hate to hear y'all fighting every morning, man. I mean, I know it's just this constant bullshit and stuff like that, but y'all get a little serious sometimes. All right, 206, you sound real good coming out of Jersey. 206, I saw you. I saw your radio. I heard you sound real good. I saw you. Bye-bye-bye.
All right, dear 555, man. You too, dear big brother.
555, you have a good one. Hey, 555, you have a good one. You know what it is. They call me the Enforcer 250 around the lower deck, and I just got down.
That's what it stands for. No doubt, 555, have yourself a super fine day, big brother. Worldwide, 206, Mobile, no squeal, Newark, New Jersey, got down, baby.
206, God bless. I saw you. Bye-bye-bye.
614's at your front door, knocking loud, baby.
How about that 614?
Well, I never heard it. I never heard it before. So even though I don't have anything against anybody, it's just radio shit anyway. I know you guys are all friends anyway. I'm gonna step on to the side. I've been gonna get my feet
Here on my little CB radio. Oh shit, yo. Yeah, that's right there. Constant bullshit. Constant buying. Consistent bullshit.
Hey, 614, top of the morning before I get the Mobile. 614, top of the morning before I get out the Mobile. Small fry, 206 later.
It's all about the CB radio.
Oh, shit, yo. How about that 614? You know who? Waving at you.
Hey, 614, man, you're knocking on my door, right? Good morning. Crazy Eddie. I'm doing, man. I'm doing all right there, you know? Just doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, fucking 95 no bounce. That's all we can do.
That's it.
614, 614. Let me turn the AC on, cool the box down, get ready to flip the switch. Hey, 614, I don't know about you, but I got a nice coffee with a turbo shot, whipped cream, caramel on top. God damn.
Drinking that designer coffee, man.
Hey, he got web with a jack side. That shit's expensive.
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be a nice day today, man. We got, I think they said 70s, 80s today, so we got some nice weather coming.
Yeah, hopefully it stays this way for the weekend, right?
Yeah, I hear you on that, man. Yeah, I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
This is with the mobile. 614 knocking at your door.
Alright, Jam. Hello, you guys ready what's going on? Alright, Jam, we'll put on you later, no doubt. 771 mobile, we're rolling. How about in New Jersey?